If you've ever wanted a way to find top-ranked websites that offer more affordable advertising options in your niche, the AdSense Sites Finder tool will show you how. Now you can find this tool under the Traffic Tools section, and we put it here because the goal of this tool is to deliver more traffic to your site at a more affordable price. Now many AdWords advertisers are familiar with Google's display network, which allows them to run their ads across a variety of websites within a particular industry or niche. However, many fail to take advantage of Google's placement targeting option, which allows you to specify various websites to run your ads on. And when done correctly, this can often help with your click-through rates and conversions. Now, to use the AdSense Sites Finder, what we'll do is first add a group of keywords. And so earlier today, I went to the Keyword Finder tool and I collected 25 keywords about learning to play the guitar. So I'll select all of them, press copy, go to the AdSense Sites Finder, paste them in, and before I press analyze, I'll choose my options. In here you can choose which search engines to query and how many results to get from each. And so the AdSense Sites Finder will pull the top 30 results from Google, Bing, and Ask, and it'll go visit each site to see if it's running AdSense. And if it is, it'll appear down here in the bottom. And we also check PageRank by default, but you could turn it off if you like. And we check that because that also gives you a good gauge about the AdSense sites you'll find to see which ones are the bigger players. So I'll press OK. I'm going to go ahead and analyze these 25 keywords, and this will take quite a few minutes, so I'll pause this video and come back once it's complete. Okay, analysis is complete, and the AdSense Sites Finder has found a number of websites that are running AdSense related to my keyword phrases. So as I click through each keyword, you can see the results down below. Now, by combining all the keyword phrases up top, I can see which of these websites bubble up to the top. So if I sort by number of Google rankings, I can see which of the sites are ranking well in Google, and they also are doing well with Bing and Ask. I could sort by these too. So not only do I have a set of AdSense sites here, which I can use as placements in my AdWords campaign, I can see which ones are dominating the search engines for this niche and have a stronger page rank. Now to make things easier, I'll go to the Filter tab, and I'm going to go ahead and remove a variety of sites. There's a bunch of social sites showing up here, and I'm using that description very broadly when I say social. But you can see sites like eHow and Buzzle, WikiHow, Mahalo, and there's others down below. These are sites where people can place content, articles, videos, etc., etc. So I'll click non-social sites, and now you can see my results are much more targeted around guitar websites. And some of these, like Guitar Noise, are still ranking well, and others are not ranking as frequently, but they're still very targeted. You can see all sorts of guitar-related sites here. Now, one thing I'll mention before I forget is that you could target these sites like Buzzle, WikiHow, etc. as placements. But in that case, what you'd want to do is also add keywords to your AdWords ad groups to limit your scope so your ad doesn't show up just anywhere on those websites. You'd want them showing up where guitar-related content exists. Now, most AdSense Site Finder tools would basically end at this point, and so people would just go ahead and copy these results. They usually would get results one keyword at a time. You'd copy them in to your AdWords campaign and be done with it. But we're going to do something very important here. Let me turn this filter back on here first. What I'll do here is hold down my Control key, and I'm just choosing websites that seem like a good fit. I'll go to Tools, and I'll click the double-click Ad Planner tool. And this will open up each site I selected within Google's, or it's called the double-click Ad Planner now. It's provided by Google. Okay, so all 5 domains I selected are loaded up here in the Ad Planner. And the first thing I can see are some traffic statistics. So I can see the number of unique visitors per month, which is very good here, for guitarnoise.com. So that's good to know. If I scroll down, I can learn about the audience interests, which is really helpful. So I can see based on these interests, and the higher the affinity, the more weight these interests hold, and I can see if they fit what I'm selling or promoting in my advertisement. And I can even tailor my ad towards specific interests if that helps. So if my ads are about learning to play the guitar, maybe I'll use words like blues, or I'll have an angle for my website related to sheet music. Now if I scroll down even further, I can see other sites these people have visited who have come to this site, which is good to know, and the keywords they use to find this site. And so these people are not only interested in learning to play the guitar, but in guitar chords, guitar tabs, and easy guitar songs. Now if I scroll to the bottom, these specifications are really important because they tell us information about how AdSense ads are being shown on this site. So we can see this site shows various sizes of image ads, video ads, flash rich media ads, and of course text ads. And over here we can see some of the positions where these ads are appearing, like the middle on the right for the music review section, under the lessons section, the middle center, and so on. Let's look at one more as an example. I'll go to how to tune a guitar. Okay, so I'm scrolling down looking at the audience interests, sites they've also visited, and again the ad specifications on the bottom. Image ads are also supported here, which is good to know. So the DoubleClick Ad Planner is a really useful tool when you're researching placements to target and you're trying to learn more about the audience on each of these sites so you can write an effective ad to grab their attention. Now the next thing I can do is I can go ahead and promote these sites. I'll click on promote, and now they get moved up to the top, as you can see here. And what this will allow me to do is to analyze these sites so the AdSense Sites Finder can come up with more related websites that also run AdSense. So I'll go ahead and click Analyze, and we'll see what happens there. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my filter. And the related AdSense sites for each of these will appear under this tab. So for guitar noise, I can see these websites were also found, which also run AdSense. And the way we go about finding these is not through the search engines, so you won't see Google, Bing, and Ask positions here. So how to tune a guitar shows these related websites that run AdSense. These for learnacousticguitar.com, play guitar for free, and actually I always like to select things in batches. I find it to be more effective. So I'll select all these sites. The related AdSense sites are combined together down below, duplicates are removed, and now we have 10 more sites worth considering as placements. And I can keep repeating this. I can promote these sites up top, analyze them for even more ideas, and keep adding more keywords. So by following this iterative process, we can really do a thorough investigation of which websites in our niche are running AdSense, which again can be used as placements in your AdWords campaigns. Now a good strategy to all this would be to collect a variety of sites, as I just showed you, add them as placements into an AdWords campaign for the Google Display Network, run them for a few days, and work at optimizing the placements that have the greatest potential. For example, let's suppose we targeted allguitarchords.com, which is probably not our best candidate based on these metrics here, but I'll use it as an example. So we can run ads on that site, and after a few days, let's suppose that a lot of impressions have been generated, but ads have been getting low click-through rates. So what you'd want to do is revisit the site, go to the site itself, you can do that through here, and also revisit the DoubleClick Ad Planner and try to figure out a couple of things. Number one, where are your ads landing? Are they above the fold or below the fold? Are they easy to see or hard to see? You want to make sure that users can see them in a good position so they get clicks. Also, does the text or the copy in your ads match the audience interests? Again, I showed you how to do that with the DoubleClick Ad Planner. When you go to the site, look around for content. What's being written about? Is there a blog? What are people saying in the comments? Is there a discussion forum? What are they commenting on or asking? If there's a newsletter, you can even opt into that. The more you can figure out what conversations are going on, the more effectively you can write better performing advertisements. Finally, I should mention the search results feature here. So let me select everything again, and I'll go ahead, apply this filter, get some good examples. Okay, so I'll pick cordbook.com. I'll click on search results, and this is a quick and easy way to see which keywords trigger good rankings for this site. And that's also a very useful thing, especially for these more general sites. Take Buzzle, for example. There's a lot of articles on this site. Here, there are a lot of Buzzle articles getting good rankings in the search engines for these keywords. So if I use Buzzle.com as a placement in my AdWords campaign, I can go ahead and collect these keywords. I'll sort alphabetically so you can see them better. I'll collect these keywords and use them to narrow the focus of my ads so they're better targeted. And so this technique of combining placements with groups of keywords is useful for sites like Easy on Articles, eHow, MySpace, and many, many others. So that's about it. If you have any questions, just go ahead and click on the Help icon in Cache Keywords Pro and open a new discussion about this in our Help Center, and we'll be glad to hear from you and do our best to answer any questions. Thanks.